What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys notice, my voice is a little lower than normal. There's been something that I've been keeping from you guys the last week. My grandmother a few days ago had a heart attack. Well, let me rephrase that. She didn't have a heart attack. She was not feeling well, and it just kept getting worse. So she ended up in a hospital, and they said that she was overstressed and whatnot. So yeah, it just did not go too well. So so the doctors told us that she had to be bedridden for the next couple weeks. Excuse me, and everybody in the house has to keep their voices down by at least a level or two. So yeah, so it's gonna be weird for me to try and lower my voice because I'm kind of loud sometimes, but sorry guys, I had a hair like in my lens right here. I apologize. Anyway, so for today's weekend news video, we got the next batch of cards coming out of the newest OCG set, the Secret Utility Box, including a brand new Neos Fusion. Wonder what that's about. But before we get started with this video, if you guys enjoy it and you guys want to see more weekend news videos in the future, which gets posted on weekends, of course, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. The links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. Let's kick things off with some reprints, and the first three that I have in this article, we have Fright for Patchwork, Raid Raptor 4 Strix, and FA Dawn Dragster. So Fright for Patchwork is actually a pretty good one, because I believe this is the one that gets you to to a polymerization from the graveyard, if I remember correctly. 4 Strix is actually really good because especially in Black Wings, it can help you go into, I think it can help go into Cyber Dragon Infinity, which is actually pretty good. And then FA Dawn Dragster, it's just a pretty good card. That's all there is to it. For the next batch of reprints, we have Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon, Perform Pal Skull Crobat Joker, Heroic Challenger Clasp Sword, Alcy the Sylvan High Protector, sorry guys, I got something caught my throat, and it won't go down. There we go. That should do the trick. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. Oh right. The Weather Painter Rainbow, Gemini Master Diamond, Evan Dread Savior, Geomathematic Final Sigma, Rika Glamour, Naturia Sunflower, Naturia Vein, Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer, Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, Beat, Blazeman for Hire, Ninja, Grand Master Saizo, Psy Beast, Abyss Actor Superstar, Evil Eye of Selene, and Mardell, Generator Boss of Light. There are a few other reprints as well that I will bring up, which include Junk Connector, Predapractice, and Predaprint Trifeovertum, Overrutum, I believe is how it's pronounced. So those are not too bad of reprints. The reprints could have been better, but it is what it is. But we do got to talk about the new cards that are in the set, and we kick off and we kick it off obviously with, I believe these are the only new cards for the reprints. Yeah, I think these are the only two new cards. So there is. Was there another thing I wanted to talk about? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyway, we have Odd Eyes Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Excuse me. Excuse me. Which is a rank 7 Dark Dragon Xyz Pendulum, sorry. With 3,000 attack and 2,500 defense, and its pendulum scale is 4. And the pendulum effect is a okay. So I guess each pendulum effect is a once per turn. The pendulum effect, yeah. So the pendulum effect is a once per turn, but the monster effect, it has 2 separate effects, which I guess are both once per turn as well. So the pendulum effect reads: during your main phase, you can special summon this card. Then you can attach 1 dark monster from your graveyard to this card as material. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. You can also use as well. Oh, how about that? My brother just texted me. Hang on, guys. There we go. Anyway, you can also use cards like Xyz Import. I think Overlay Regen could also be another good one, which I think Regen, I don't think anybody uses Overlay Regen anymore, but Regen is not too bad of a card. I'll go to deck on Nexus, go to my Advanced Crystal Beast deck, which, speaking of decks, if you guys missed out on yesterday's video, I did an update on my Shizu tier deck. So if you guys have not checked out that video, I recommend you guys check it out, and give that video a thumbs up. Overlay Regen, target 1 face of Xyz monster on the field, attach this card to it as an Xyz material. That's actually not too bad, and the funniest part is that it's not a once per turn, which is kind of hilarious. There's also Overlay Capture, which reads: target 1 face of Xyz monster your opponent controls that has Xyz material and a face of Xyz monster you control. Detach all Xyz materials from the opponent's monster, and if you do, attach this card to your monster as an Xyz material. So it's not too bad. So cards like Overlay Regen, Xyz Import, Overlay Capture. You can even also run, I've seen some Hot Ice decks actually run cards like Overlay Eater and I think Overlay Owl just as like a way to ensure that your Xyz monster does have materials, which is pretty insane. So those cards could really be useful. But the monster effect, it is because that it is an Xyz monster tech as well. It requires 2 level 7 pendulums, and it says that if you can pendulum summon level 7, you can pendulum summon this face-up card in your extra deck. Cannot be used as material for an Xyz summon the turn it is Xyz summoned. You can only use the first effect once per turn. The second the first, which reads you can detach 1 material from this card. Target up to 2 monsters your opponent controls with 3,000 or less. Attack and destroy them. Not bad. I mean, it does double trap hole. That ain't too shabby. The only downside is that there are some decks out there that can tag out and bring in a new guy as a replacement. So that's something that you do have to be mindful of when dealing with an effect like that. But the second effect reads: if this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you can place it in your pendulum zone. So it's basically like Odd-Eye's Rebellion, you know those types of pendulums where if it's destroyed, it can be placed into the pendulum zone, which is located in the back row, which is kind of weird. But that's not too bad. That's actually not too bad. There are but the thing is, in my opinion, there are better cards than this one. But I think this card was only printed just only I guess based on the collector's standpoint. But what's even more cool is that you can actually I believe you can use this. I believe you can summon this as a target for the Phantom Knight's Rank Up Magic launch. I believe, which is actually pretty cool, which is actually pretty insane. Wait, let's see. Hold on. I want to see about something. I want to see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this would be perfect for the Phantom Knight's Rank Up Magic launch. Or for what was the other one? Oh, right. Phantom Knight's Rank Up Magic Force is the other one, which is actually a pretty cool one as well. So it could be a perfect target for either one, which is really nice. And the craziest part is that they're both quick play spells. So you could actually use it during your opponent's battle phase, and they would just essentially get screwed over, which is kind of hilarious. Which is actually kind of funny. But now we gotta move on into the last new card, which includes a brand new Neos Fusion. But the question is, what is that Neos Fusion? What is going on? Well, we found out what each secret utility box set will contain. Each one will obviously, as I mentioned in previous videos, will contain a dice, a special dice, only one though, of course, a set of sleeves, a card case, which I'm assuming is a deck box, a field center, and the storage box itself, which is pretty nice. But the brand new Neos Fusion is kind of an odd one, because I guess Neos has decided to align himself with the Armed Dragons. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, what? Is that even possible? Apparently it is, with Armed Neos, which is a 10-star Wind Warrior Fusion with 3,500 attack, 3,000 defense, and it requires Elemental Hero Neos and a Armed Dragon monster, which I believe you can use. I believe you could use Dark Armed Dragon if you wanted, because that technically counts as an Armed Dragon. But I think the Armed Dragon monsters, the level monsters are probably the ones that you're probably gonna want to use the most. But it has two effects. The first effect reads, excuse me. The first effect reads, if this card is special summoned, you can choose one dragon monster in your grave and destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls with an attack with an equal or lower level. Okay, so I guess if you were to target, let's say, I'll say Armed Dragon level 10. Let's just say that as a random example, right? Any monsters that your opponent has that have 10 stars or less are destroyed. So it basically acts as a Raigeki with legs, basically, which is actually kind of nice. But the only problem is that, again, with some decks out there, like especially with the Shizu tier deck, there are ways that you can tag out and bring in a fresh set of guys to overwhelm your opponent, which is not something you want to see. The second effect reads, when this card destroys a monster by battle, you can make this card gain this effect. During the main phase, as a quick effect, you can tribute this card, special summon one elemental hero fusion from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning condition. So what's cool about this is let's say, for example, and I'll use my Neos deck as the base. Here we are, Neos. So let's say, for example, you have this card on board and you destroyed one of your opponent's monsters. You can sack him for a card like, say, for a card like, say, Elemental Hero Shiny Neos Wingman, or wake up your Elemental Hero, which I believe is going to be printed in the new site set. It was the one that I mentioned earlier in a previous video, where we're gonna get a bunch of the OCG imports. I don't remember the set. I don't remember it. But yeah, basically that set is this card, Wake Up Your E-Hero, is gonna be in that set, which is really nice. But basically it just helps you tag out for pretty much any E-Hero fusion. So it acts as a I guess you could say as a future fusion, but without any of the drawbacks and without having to wait, which is really nice. And the best part is that this can easily help win games depending on what you summon. So if you want to go after, let's say, wake up your Elemental Hero, basically this ensures that you deal even more damage to your opponent. But if you summon Neos Wingman, basically you get to pop all, you get to pop off and just deal even more damage to your opponent, which is actually pretty nuts. Not sure if I want to update the Neos deck with the Armed Dragons, which I don't think I will. Just because of the fact that the Armed Dragons are kind of impossible to facilitate with the Armed Dragons, unless if you were running a small package, no pun intended. One each of the Armed Dragons or whatever, then that's fine. But I don't think you're able to. I don't think it's possible. But if it is possible, let me know in the comments, because I might try it out. But that brings me to the question of the day, which is this: what what other cards do you guys want to see get reprinted in the secret utility box? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more weekend news videos like this in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And don't forget to check out the community tab. I've been posting quite a bit on there as of late, so make sure you guys check out the community tab. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.